Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Fareed in the power forward position. Cousins dishes to Gay. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Now, here is Lawson. Cousins with a screen for Lawson. Off the pick. The shot, no good. Good D by Sanders. And to nobody's surprise, Zach Randolph enjoyed an outstanding season, Clark, in 14-15.
And, you know, ironically, by taking more of a backseat to front court make Marc Gasol, Randolph played better, the best rebound rate of his career.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sanders. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. First quarter, just over a minute played. Lawson outside. Now the dish to Cousins. Puts up the baby hook. And that's good off the glass that time. Cousins has got the first points of the night for the Kings.
And for the Grizzlies, they had to be encouraged by Randolph's play after signing him to that extension. I mean, he'd been set back by the knee injury, but he came back in a big way.
Now Lawson. Following the three-point attempt by Rodney Stuckey. Pass to Fareed. And the rejection by Sanders. Now here's the fast break. Stuckey leading the way. The feed now to Williams. Up top, Sanders. Nobody near Williams. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And Randolph happy to be back in Memphis. He said, this is home. This is where I belong. And look, he's helped establish this team as a power in the Western Conference. And for me, this is the right place for him to be.
Lawson. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Picked by Randolph. And Sanders throws it down.
Boy, Trevor Ariza is doing a nice job bodying up on the defender with that pick.
Lawson kicks to Gay. Pass to Cousins. Screen by Fareed. And that one's good. Cousins. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
Good job. Nice job by Fareed to lay into that defender. Put some wood on him with that screen.
Williams against Lawson. Williams passes to Randolph. 5 on the clock. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Randolph's got his first basket.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Screen by Fareed. Passes to Cousins. Cannot hit. Good D by Sanders.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Fareed against Ariza. On the wing, Stuckey. And that misses. That would have put him up.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Gay dishes to Fareed. And the rejection by Sanders. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Sacramento shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. two guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Stuckey into the lane. Kicks it out to Ariza. Back to Randolph. Second chance shot. And it's good on the layup. Randolph's got his second basket of the game.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a Clark D-League team, which you think is going to help us.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're a sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
And for Memphis and the D-League, they made the most of it. Sent 3 players for a total of 14 assignments with the Energy, and that's how you make the most of an affiliate.
Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Wasing kicks to Fareed. Gay outside. Over to the left wing. Some solid defense from Randolph.
You know, considering the Grizzlies and their D-League partnership, it really makes sense for the franchise. Memphis has always been a place where they grow their own talent. A lot of good players have come out of Memphis. Not a lot of big names signed in free agency by the Grizzlies.
Stuckey drives inside. Again, Memphis.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
Some changes here for the Grizzlies. Alex Len comes in for Sanders. And Matt Barnes is subbed in for Trevor Ariza. The Kings trailing. You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
Kings shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. On the wing, Gordon. He dishes it to Carter Williams. Shoots from the baseline. Here's Nurkic.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good. And Yusuf Nurkic, really a big, good-looking young prospect. He's the guy that took Mozgov's place in Denver.
Yeah, originally, Kevin, drafted by the Bulls at number 16, then traded to Denver, as you indicated. His sheer size alone, 7 feet, 280. That makes him a force on the glass.
Nobody near Barnes. That three off the mark. Now the Kings with it. Carter Williams with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He kicks it to Nurkic. The Kings need to get off a shot here, so they take the lead.
And getting back to Nurkic, what makes him an intriguing prospect beyond his size is his exceptional balance. I mean, his excellent footwork makes him really effective in the pick and roll. He also possesses great lateral speed and quick hands for a big man.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Larkin, the pass to Len. Stolen by O'Quinn. And now Sacramento on the break. Rodney Stuckey pulls it in.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
Now here's Randolph. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
And, you know, talking about Nurkic, I mean, his father, a police officer in Bosnia. According to the Denver Nuggets broadcasters last year, Dad is 7 feet tall and weighs a good 400 pounds or more. That's a big police officer there, boy.
And so here's Memphis. After the Kings pick up 2. Larkin kicks to Stuckey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Larkin. Trying to find Len. Gets it to him. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Now here's Winslow. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Trying to get back on track. It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss. And when it comes to Michael Carter Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size, he's a good athlete, plays hard, but he's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Well, going back to Michael Carter Williams, he is a polarizing prospect. For example, Greg, and you played the position, he gives you a lot of assists, but he also averages over 4 turnovers a game. That was just last year.
Yeah, that's true. And he gives you plenty of rebounds and steals as well. But sometimes the shot also, Kevin, not necessarily where you'd like it to be. At times he couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. This guy just really struggled. But the talent is there. It's just going to take some time for him to mature. And the jury's really still out on him.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Randolph. Bellinelli comes in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Napier in for Shane Larkin. Here's Napier. To the right side. And the foul called on Ben Gordon. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
1:37 left to play here in the first. And Bellinelli kicks to Smith. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Here's Sacramento. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Carter Williams kicks to Gordon. .115 left here in the first quarter. Back to Carter Williams. 6 to shoot. And that one comes up a bit short. Now Winslow. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. He feeds it to O'Quinn. Len grabs the board.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Napier kicks to Barnes. Len with a screen on Gordon. And that one's good. Barnes has got his first basket of the night.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Carter Williams dishes to O'Quinn. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Alex Len picks one up. Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And he can't get the first one.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
A big disparity in the free throws, and that's been a big boost to their offense.
Napier passes to Smith. Len a screen. Bellinelli with the 3. And so the first quarter is in the books. Kings ahead, leading by 6. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
Matt Barnes is out there with Smith. Then there's Bellinelli. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Napier, and it's the 1. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. The Grizzlies trailed by 8. The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Now here's Evans. Lawson outside. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Barnes. The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Kings leading now by 8. Lawson kicks to Cousins. And there's the 3-second violation. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. The Grizzlies shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Williams against Lawson. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And the rejection by Sanders. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Gay against Ariza. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sacramento again missing. On the wing, Williams. Covered by Evans. Now the pass to Stuckey. Kicks to Randolph. Back to Stuckey. Lawson against Randolph. And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Randolph, a screen on Evans. Left side, Williams. Ariza has the open look. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Lawson's against Williams. Cousins. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. For DeMarcus Cousins, his numbers have been flat out phenomenal. I mean, just incredible. Sometimes hidden by the lack of what's around him in Sacramento, especially, Greg, when you compare last year's stats with other centers in the NBA.
Yeah, he's averaged nearly 5 points more per game than the next center. Top 3 in rebounding for all centers. This guy is the complete package down low.
Williams kicks to Randolph. Screen by Sanders. Randolph can't hit.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Evans right side. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Rodney Stuckey.
Guys, back to DeMarcus Cousins last season. He was top 3 for centers in assists and steals, and he was in the top 7 in block shots.
And talking about Cousins, he's a franchise talent. No one debates that. He can take over a game anytime he feels like it, and heaven help the NBA if he ever starts feeling like it over an 82-game year.
Picked by Randolph. And Sanders kicks to Stuckey. And then Randolph slams it in.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now here's Evans. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Clock at 6. Shoots. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies winning their last game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Feeds it to Ariza. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here is Watson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Cousins, no one around him. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Williams kicks to Randolph. Stuckey dishes to Williams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And guys, it's been a slow decline for Darren Williams the last few seasons. Once considered an elite point guard, he just doesn't have that stature any longer.
That one drops. He ties it up. Well, for Williams, Greg, in his decline, his field goal percentage dropped to below 40% last season. Clark, I never thought I'd see the day with that.
Those were the worst offensive numbers since his rookie season. I mean, he had the game that you thought would carry him past his athletic prime, but that might not be the case the way those numbers look.
Sanders sets the screen for Williams. Good on the triple. Williams has got 11 points.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And the shot is good from Stuckey.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now here's Fareed. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And they'll keep possession. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. That's going to send DeMarcus Cousins to the line. That's on Rodney Stuckey. Winslow's checked in for Sacramento. Carter Williams comes in for Ty Lawson. Now here's Williams. 11 points in the game. Back to Randolph. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. Then for the Kings, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cousins. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Rudy Gay. And Gordon subbed in for Tyreke Evans.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line. Fellas, I'll tell you, I was really surprised when Michael Carter Williams got traded last season. It's so hard to find point guards with his length and instincts. I mean, you just have to wonder what's going on in Philly.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Alex Len comes in for Larry Sanders. And it's Barnes in for Trevor Ariza. Winslow with it. Guarded now by Barnes. O'Quinn can't hit. On the subject of Michael Carter Williams, his assists went up last season. His rebounds went up last season as well. But, Greg, the one thing he can't seem to lock down is his shooting streak.
Yeah, last season hitting just 38% from the field. You expect more out of him at this stage. But remember, this is a young player, and oftentimes your field goal percentage isn't necessarily a reflection of your ability to make shots, but more so your ability to take good ones. So shot selection, I think, plays a role for him as well.
So for the Kings, they come in off the loss to Los Angeles. Len passes to Williams. Now the dish to Bellinelli. Randolph a screen. Wide open look. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Bellinelli's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
Timeout called by the Kings. And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in the final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for Memphis. Shane Larkin comes in for Darren Williams. Sacramento also making some changes. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for Winslow. Now here's Gay. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Here's Larkin. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Barnes. Len, a screen. Shot clock at 5. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Barnes can't get it to go. The Kings trail by 5. Gay drives in. That's good.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
And here are the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Larkin kicks to Smith. And he can't bank that one in. Gordon dishes to Faried. Now here's Carter Williams. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Faried, no good.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Larkin kicks to Smith. Smith with a screen on Gay. Here's Bellinelli. Gay with the defensive effort.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Missed inside.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Well, guys, Josh Smith, an interesting case. Clark, he shot about 2 triples a game last year, yet for the last 3 seasons, his free throw percentage has been under, surprisingly, 55%.
Yeah, that's terribly troubling. I mean, his three-point percentage improved in Houston, but the free throws, really, he can do much better than that. You look at his stroke, I think it's just a matter of concentration with Josh.
Here's Larkin. Sacramento making their last shot. The feed to Bellinelli. Pass to Larkin. Knocks down the 3 ball. Larkin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Stuckey's checked in for Bellinelli. A minute 42 left now here in the second. And here is Carter Williams. Passes it to Nurkic. It's rebounded by Stuckey. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. The baseline J. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more. The Kings shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Fareed outside. Rudy Gay on the wing. Again, the miss by the Kings.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Glenn, a screen. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
The shot and game clock separated by 4, pushing their lead to double digits. Stuckey's got 9.
He's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Gay in the corner. A baseline J. Misses off the left iron. And so we wrap up the first half. Grizzlies lead by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
DeMarcus Cousins had a good quarter. 12 points and 2 rebounds.
The second half is underway, and here's who George Karl's got on the floor. Kenneth Faried is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Lawson. Then there's Tyreek Evans. And it's Cousins in at the 5.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Here's Williams. Kenneth Faried grabs the board.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making. Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hander.
And so here's Memphis. Sacramento making their last shot. 5 to shoot. Randall. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5. And what a pickup to get a guy like Karl, Greg, on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son, Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
Now here's Williams. Following the miss by Kenneth Faried. Stuckey up top, covered by Evans. Stuckey can't get it to go.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Kenneth Faried. Now here's Williams. He's got 11. Randolph passes to Sanders. Stuckey kicks to Sanders. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. First free throw is good.
2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. Now the Sacramento Kings weren't exactly road toughened last season, but they did have Clark some impressive stints.
Yeah, they were excellent in terms of scoring the ball. No problem at all putting up points. Their road defense was a different story.
Lawson kicks to Gay. It's taken away by Stuckey. And Ariza with the stop.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And as you mentioned with the Kings, they did shoot well on the road. Top 10 in the NBA in terms of road field goal percentage. And they actually shot threes better away from home as well. So the real question for them was on the defensive side of the ball.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
At the line for your Grizzlies.
The Kings were only 11-30 on the road last season, guys. And being a bottom 5 defense on the road in the NBA is part of the reason for that.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Kenneth Faried. And Winslow subbed in for Rudy Gay. For 3, Lawson. Got a piece of it. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. And it's Ariza in the corner. Back to Stuckey. Lets it go from the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
You know, Clark, the one thing you can say about Ty Lawson is his awareness around the floor. He's just ubiquitous, and his court vision is incredible.
Excellent peripheral vision. He averaged almost 10 assists a game last season. That's the best year of his career thus far.
Ty Lawson hits them both.
And for Ty Lawson, playmaking isn't a concern. He's got that. His shooting accuracy, though, seems to drop every year. In fact, the last 2 years have been the worst of his career.
Dishes it to Stuckey. From deep. Stuckey with another miss. There's Winslow. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Darren Williams.
Yeah, you know, going back to Lawson's declining shooting percentage, really no apparent reason for it. Last year he launched the fewest threes in his past 4 seasons, but he still couldn't find the rhythm, and it really hurt his team down the stretch.
And Memphis making a change here. Larkin's checked in.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago, got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
Rodney Stuckey on the wing. And Tyreek Evans is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Randolph against Cousins. Fires for 3.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Winslow kicks to Cousins. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
Larkin kicks to Stuckey. Picked by Randolph. The pass to Ariza. Memphis moving it around.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Oh, Quinn dishes to Winslow. That is good.
Assist from
Winslow's got 4 points in the quarter. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Larkin kicks to Randolph. Ariza passes to Randolph. From 10 feet out, shot is off. Nice D from Cousins. There's Winslow. Good D by Ariza.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
They got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Larkin kicks to Sanders. Sanders sets the screen for Stuckey. 5 on the clock. And Sanders gets it to go on the assist by Stuckey. 7 points for Larry Sanders.
And they've gotten good looks, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, that may be the answer for them. You know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And really, the Grizzlies might have dropped to 5th in the West in the final week, but they were near the top for most of last season. Often could be found in that 2 spot.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Alex Lenz checked in for Sanders. Barnes comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Bellinelli in for Rodney Stuckey. Then for the Kings, Nurkic checked in for Cousins. Gordon comes in for Tyreke Evans. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Ty Lawson. There's Winslow. Barnes grabs the miss. The Grizzlies did slip late in the West, Greg, as you said. Still, Clark 35-17. That record in the conference was third best.
And even more impressive was the fact that the Grizzlies played their best when playing the other top teams. They went 16-11 against the other Western Conference playoff teams.
Nurkic setting the pick for Gordon. Winslow. Off target from outside. Now Bellinelli. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Carter-Williams with the bucket.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Larkin kicks to Barnes. He dishes it to Randolph. Barnes with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And he gets the bucket. That's 12 points for Zach Randolph.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Carter-Williams dishes to O'Quinn. Some solid defense from Randolph. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. And Bellinelli kicks to Barnes. He feeds it to Len. Barnes passes to Randolph. Randolph a screen on Carter-Williams. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Gordon. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Nurkic. That's tipped. Here's Barnes. To the wing on the left. Bellinelli with the 3. And the Grizzlies get it back.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
Some changes for Memphis. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Randolph. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Shane Larkin. And the Kings also making a change. Rudy Gay's checked in for Winslow. Fast break Memphis. Kicks to Napier. Feeds it to Len. Here's Napier. Defended by Gordon. Napier passes to Len.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
The dish now to Nurkic. Stolen by Len. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And that one's good. Barnes.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Memphis. And a change for Sacramento. Fareed is checked in. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Len, a screen. Takes the 3. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
for 3.
36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Timeout called for Memphis.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package at the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin, he comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Stuckey's checked in. Here's Napier. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Smith dishes to Napier. On its way from Stuckey for 2. And again, Memphis no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Fareed. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. A chance here now for a three-point play.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up big time.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. Here's Larkin. Stuckey for 3. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 9. And well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies winning their last game against the Timberwolves at Target Center. They've got Trevor Ariza. Zach Randolph is out there with Sanders. Then it's Williams. And it's Stuckey in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And stolen by Darren Williams. He kicks to Randolph. They get a hand on it. Tries to save it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. Lawson against Williams. Clock at 6. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And here are the Kings now. Evans outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Outside Williams. Pass to Randolph. Bank shot, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Gay can't hit.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Here's Fareed. Rejected by Randolph. And Cousins throws it down. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Randolph a screen. Stuckey for 3. Stuckey with another miss.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
And it's Gay again missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
That free throw good from Fareed.
And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Fareed excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
Outside Williams, right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Kings. Fareed's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Talking about Fareed, a rebounder extraordinaire. His explosiveness, long arms, and huge hands help him compensate for his relative lack of size.
And he has that exceptional shot blocker instincts. I mean, the timing's there. He'll also steal the ball from you. The question now becomes, will he always be that role, effort, energy player, or will he develop eventually the offensive skills needed to see him reach the next level? Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Williams kicks to Stuckey. Randolph draws the double. Out to Stuckey. And Randolph with the basket on the assist by Stuckey. 14 points for Zach Randolph. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Lawson, here we go. And he gets it to go.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
The feed to Stuckey. Back to Williams. 5 on the clock. No good from the wing. The Kings trail by 8. Here's Gay. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Thank you, Doris. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Lawson tries again. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Fareed.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Bellinelli for 3. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Williams has got his 7th assist in the game. Evans outside. Goes up the baseline. Here's Fareed. Banked in off the glass. Fareed's got 6 in the quarter.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
On the wing, Williams. Lawson defending. Williams kicks to Randolph. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers even though he still plays under the rim.
Gay kicks to Evans. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Larry Sanders picks one up. Last season was possibly the best of Tyreek Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you could say it was probably the healthiest season he's had since he was a rookie.
Screen by Sanders. Williams against Lawson. Out left to the wing. That's a two from Bellinelli. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, back to Tyreek Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assist, rebounds. Really did a lot of good things. The only bad news, he was also up in turnover.
Williams against Lawson. Bellinelli passes to Randall. Eight for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
And talking about Tyreek Evans, you really hope he can build on what he did last year. He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. Time for him to just step up here in the prime of his career. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Bellinelli dishes to Randolph. Williams up on top. Covered by Evans. Williams can't hit.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 7 points for Tyreek Evans.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
And for Cousins, those 20, 20, 10 triple-doubles are an incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, we've seen that in the NBA since 2010.
And he was the first big man since the great Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games. So Cousins is one of the rare big men who can do it all and has displayed that multiple times last season.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for the Grizzlies.
Rodney Stuckey.
Outside Williams. And Sanders kicks to Stuckey. Back to Sanders. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Outside Williams. Screened by Sanders. 4 on the clock. The kick out to Williams. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage. Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And that one's good by Gay.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Randolph kicks to Ariza. That's good from Randolph on the assist by Ariza. And that's now 20 points for Zach Randolph. Williams again. It's Lawson. The tray. It's rebounded by Stuckey. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. And here we go. Back to Williams. Pass to Stuckey. Dishes to Randolph. Just 4 to shoot. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Timeout called by the Kings. Without question, Zach Randolph displaying his skills today.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Here's Lawson. Rudy Gay on the wing. Passes it to Cousins. And it's Larry Sanders with the rebound. Sanders has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Now here's Stuckey. Kicked by Randolph. Stuckey passes to Sanders. Shot clock at 5. Ariza no up. The Kings trail by 9. The pass to Evans. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. 9 points for Tyreke Evans.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Williams again. Lawson. Williams kicks to Stuckey. Memphis moving it around. And now Sacramento on the break. Evans leading the charge. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you've got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you've got to take it and make it.
Randolph dishes to Williams. And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And here is Williams. Shot clock at 6. And it's Ariza in the corner. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And the Grizzlies lead by 7. Sacramento's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Shoots from the corner. Gay can't get it to go.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Williams for 3. Shot is no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. It's taken away by Stuckey. Williams again. Evans. Outside Williams. Stolen by Gay.
Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in. You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Gets the first, net increases their lead to 6.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Rodney Stuckey.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game. called by Sacramento. They trailed by 7. 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're behind by 7. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, you know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, and I respect that, but at some point, if it's over, it's over. I mean, you need to be looking at the next one. This one's done. Forget about it. Let's move on.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.